check it ein. Yeah. Conversation and sample flipping. That's the movement. Hit the like, subscribe, check it. Yeah, for the next minutes of live TV, you stuck with me. Got no limits, I'm that vivid, I'm just kidding. Yeah, what's up, kings and queens? Back again. This time, this video today is not gonna be that long. We're just gonna reveal some truths and the realities of this case, right? Before we do that, please like and subscribe. Also hit that notification bell so that when we drop more content like this, you are in the loop, right? We're gonna get straight to it. It was evident today that Baloyi is reneging on giving the defense a whole lot of documents, right? The Section 205s have not been forthcoming ever since they requested them, since way back. When Mushololo said, beam it now, since you say I have it, beam it on the screen, let's see, so that I can continue with the cross-examination. It was not forthcoming. Now, let's reveal some things that are disturbing, right? You remember Judge Ratha told that guy today that the DNA expert said the evidence was inconclusive, right? Jaja brought up that weight. Is the one who Judge Ratha is the one who came up with that weight. Inconclusive. I'm going to play the loop, a clip from that testimony of that DNA expert, so that you can hear for yourself what the DNA expert was saying. You will testify, you will hear yourself. He's always using the word excluding. We excluded him, we excluded. Apparently, there's 16 regions, right, of DNA. So, Mosey, suspect number 2, is appearing in like 6 of them, right? But the DNA expert is saying, you cannot say it's conclusive. You cannot say you exclude him. You include him if you don't include him in all the regions, right? Now, Ratha tried to twist him here and there and say, no, what, the fingerprints, what, and he was just, I don't know if he was trying to turn this guy now into a fingerprint expert, I don't know. Now, we know, it's like, is it not nice that things are now really revealing themselves? The truth is revealing itself, right? Let me remind you something. Remember when Judge Ratha said the phone of Oscar Pistorius was not able to be decrypted. But guess what? That case was very public, was live. And the messages were read from that phone of Oscar Pistorius and of Reeve. Now, you would wonder what reason would he use to back up the fact that Oscar Pistorius' phone was not decrypted. When Oscar Pistorius was around, he could have given the police his password. Let's leave that one out. We have established with that one that we have been lied to on that one. Now let's look at another one that came up today. Judge Ratha said the DNA expert used the word inconclusive. He never said that. Let's make it clear. He said excluded. So I'm going to be short with my video and play those clips so that you can hear for yourself. We'll leave Demnisi one out. Demnisi apology doesn't absolve House from the fact that on that same day he contradicted himself. He agreed with Mnisi that he told the court that all the accused were communicating with each other and vice versa. Or that one of Mnisi, we'll leave it out. Let's concentrate on this one of the judge. He's revealing himself. Why would you say the DNA expert said inconclusive when you are the one who came up with that weight? The DNA expert said excluded. So now it makes me wonder, what is he writing when he says he has all the information, he has all the evidence that's been laid in court? How did he miss this one? Think about it. Before we go, please like and subscribe. Also hit that notification bell so that when we drop more content like this, you are in the loop. Peace.
So I will continue and do the head with the reference sample of Sibiya as well. On the head, also Sibiya has XY, and on the head we can see we have XY. We are able to read him there.
So nage isikoko siyabona ukuthi sino XY nakuye nage uSibiya uXY lapho ke singatsho ke ukuthi ke iyamhlanganisa.
And then we go to the next DNA region, D8S1179. On the head we have 14 and 15. On Sibiya we have 13 and 14. We are not reading him there.
Bese kuthi kwelandelayo ke kusona isikoko sino 14 no 15, uSibiya u13 kanye no 14 okusho ukuthi asimfaki lapho.
On D21S11, on the head we have 28, 31 and 31.2. On Sibiya we have 21, 29 and 31, of which we are not reading him there.
Bese kuthi kwelandelayo ke sino 28 kusona isikoko 28, 31 no 31.2, kuye uSibiya u29 no 31 nalapho ke ayimfaki.
So we go to the next DNA region, which is D7S820. You will see on the head we have 8, 10 and 14. On Sibiya we have 11 and 11, of which we are excluding him there.
Bese kuthi ke kwelandelayo ke sona isikoko sino 8, 10 no 14, kuye uSibiya u11 no 11 okusho ukuthi ke ayimfaki.
On the head, on CSF1PO, that is the region of the DNA. On the head we have 8, 10, 12 and 13. Sibiya has 11 and 12, so we are not reading him there.
Bese kuthi ku CSF1PO sino ekwisikoko sino 8, 10, 12 and 13, kuSibiya sino 11 no 12 okusho ukuthi ke ayimfaki.
Captain, if you can go back to D.
So we go to 818. On the head we have 11, 12 and 13, and then Sibiya has 12 and 12. We are reading him there.
Bese kuthi kwelandelayo ke kwisikoko kufundeka u11, u12 no 13, kuye uSibiya u12, 12 iyamfaka.
So the last one is FGA. On the head we have 22 and 23, and then Sibiya has 22 and 25, of which we are not reading him.
Kuyogcina ke FGA kusona isikoko u22, 23, uSibiya u22, 25 ayimhlanganisi.
So in how many loci did you read him?
It's about 1, 2, 3, 4, about 6.
Lezi u6 ke ezimfakayo noma ke ezimhlanganisayo noma ama-region ke amhlanganisayo.
So in that case, my lord, it means Sibiya is excluded on both the swap and the head as well.
Lokho okusho ukuthi ke uSibiya kuyona iswap nakusona ke isikoko naye ke uyahishwa.
It's page 4.
So I will go to page 4. It has significance because if I don't read you in all the DNA regions, it means you are excluded. For us to include you, we need to include you in all the DNA regions.
Okusemqoka ukuthi ufuzo lwakho uma kuthathwa amasample kanjalo luvelele kuma region wonke we-DNA. Uma ngabe wonke lama region ke ufuzo lwakho aluveleli, futhi ke wena ke awufakwa kuleyo DNA okanye kulezo izivivinyo ze-DNA.
Thank you, Madam.
Thanks. Sir, Have you ever heard of an inconclusive DNA test?
Yes, my lord.
Yes.
Yebo, ngike ngakuzwa lokho ke okukhulunywa ke ngevivinyo engazange zaqedwa.
Because as I'm-
ne-DNA.
As I'm listening to your evidence, there are symbols which you attribute to what you call regions. Is that not so?
Yes, my lord.
And then, for instance, you make a conclusion that you have identified the occurrence of certain symbols in a particular sample of a donor 10 times, let's put it like that.
Yes, my lord.
And then, let's say 4 of those tests did not indicate any DNA. It was inconclusive, right?
Yes.
And then in 4, you say those symbolism of the regions is excluded. Is that not so? Look, you say 16. You say
Yes.
16 is the paramount figure, right?
Yes, my lord.
In the test which you have concluded, as I was listening to you,
Yes.
you say, for instance, a certain person is included, as you say, you read
Yes.
that person into the testing of that DNA test, right?
Yes.
6 times, for instance, right?
Yes. Yes.
And then you say, in 4 other occasions, I did not read him or her into that equation. Is that not so?
Yes, my lord.
So is that not an inconclusive
No,
result?
My lord. No, my lord.
Okay.
And inconclusive, we don't really say inconclusive, we say no conclusion.
I see.
Yeah, so it's where we are missing you in one. Basically, we say if we miss you in 1 or 2. So if we miss you in 1 or 2, then we will say it's no conclusion. We will
Right.
say we can't make a conclusion whether we are including you or excluding you.
Right.
Yes.
Shuthi ke
You're aware of obviously the high watermark of fingerprints, right? In terms of identification of a person.
My lord, I'm not.
I know you're not an expert,
Yeah,
but I can tell you that the standard of proof in a fingerprint evidential matter is that there must be 7 points. 7 points of identification. If they're not, even if you can have 6, you can't say this person is a person who is named Ratha, even if he has 6 points of identification which are similar. As long as it is not 7, they say it is not identification beyond the requirement of proof. Are you with me?
Yes, my lord.
Is it not the same concept?
It's the same concept with us as well,
Yes.
to say that if we don't include you in all the 16 regions, you are not included.
Yes.
yona
Yes.
leyo nqubo ke okukhulunywa ngayo enkantolo ekhuluma ngayo kakhulukazi ama-fingerprints ukuthi ke uma ngabe ke kuyovivinywa ke ama-fingerprint okanye kuthathwe iminwe bese ke ku-check-wa ke amaphuzu lawa angaba u-7 amayelana ke okanye okuyizona iy'nkomba zokuthi lama-fingerprint womuntu mhlawumbe othize uma ngabe lawo maphuzu awu-7 awaveleli wonke mayelana ke nalokho okuvivinywayo kuyothiwa ke kusho ukuthi akusiwuyena kumele avele o7 wonke kanti ke leyo ngqubo ke iyona esetshenziswayo nangapha kuma DNA uma ngabe lama region awu16 awa16 kanjalo sithi
Any of the DNA symbolism. Have you ever done that? Where you say there are 16 points of none.
No, my lord. I haven't seen where
Yeah.
you will exclude a person in all the 16.
Quite.
You will ultimately get in 1 or 2.
That's it.
Yes.
So DNA coincides in all the tests you have made. Is that not so? Particles of DNA coincided in all the tests you have made. Can I make that statement?
My lord, if you can just clarify what you mean.
For instance, in one of the tests you said there were identification points in your testing
Yes.
of regiments
Yes.
on about, I think, 6.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
What do you mean? What do you mean by that? 6.
So what it meant is there are some regions where that person characters, you can see them in the mixture, but for you to conclude that that person is a contributor to that particular mixture, you need to read him not in 6, but in all of them.
Yeah, quite. I'm with you. Like, for instance, in identical twins, is that not so?
Yes, in the identical twins.
Yeah, okay.
I actually misunderstood his evidence. I think he was right. It was only on that aspect where I said, when he said that there was a communication amongst all these accused persons, that was in relation to when he was testifying about accused number 2. I was mistaken there. He was right. That was in respect of his testimony as it related to accused number 5. So there is no longer any need
Yeah,
to
I know that. But you missed
record.
vice versa. You remember him saying vice versa twice?
Yes.
That's
no.
where you missed it. No problem.
This is what you said. Now, that was in respect of accused number 2. You said this in respect of accused number 2. That the number that was saved on the database indicated that there was a communication amongst all the accused. Is that your testimony?
That's correct, yes.
Thank you.
Ushilo ke lokhu wathi ke inamba leyo etholakala ukuthi yakhe komsolo wesibili isho ke ukuthi kwakunokuxhumana ke phakathi kwabo bonke abasolwa uthi yebo ngishilo lokho.